Hey everyone, welcome to From the Depths. I'm Menti, and this is episode 224 of the Battleship Brawl Season 3 tournament. This episode we've got a return of the Battle Banana, the Kifaru by myself, going up against the Lucky Shot by Drawaway. It's important to note that no actual retirements will be happening in this battle, but if the Lucky Shot pulls off a victory, it will be guaranteed to enter the Hall of Champions. Won't actually be retiring, but it will become impossible for it not to enter the hall. So let's go ahead and get this underway and see if that's going to be the case. It very well might be. The Kifaru is not my best ship. I kind of just threw it together to have an entry to help with these with the later matches, so that we would have enough vessels to make sure everybody gets retired. Ooh, immediate shot straight to that turret there. It took some damage. One of the guns is offline. The other barrel is probably okay. Meanwhile, the Kifaru seems to be doing fine. Oh, it just shot itself. You know, it's not even supposed to go straight at the enemy like this. It's supposed to, like, immediately broadside. And even if it does, I have fail-safes on both the turret and the barrels themselves, and yet it still manages to shoot itself repeatedly. Okay, Kifaru, like you're not doing what you're supposed to, what I've programmed you to do. But what else is new, right? From the Depths AI, it does what it wants. Well, it seems like this frontal gun has been disabled, but I don't see any damage to it. Maybe the AI that controls it got taken out without the turret block being popped. Oh man, so much gun damage on the Kifaru. The Lucky Shot's living up to its name, getting some good hits in. Kifaru landing some more hits on the side of the Lucky Shot, but the weapons seem really ineffective. They aren't really doing much. Oh, Kifaru just took a big hit. It had to have lost a gun there. All of a sudden, it lost like 8% hit points. This frontal gun still seems to be in more or less good shape, except it just doesn't have the AI to run it. Uh-oh. Kifaru's going down. Is that an 80% sinking? Not quite. How can it be that far underwater and not be 80% in sinking or getting disqualification time? That's funny. It has no weapons left. It is barely staying afloat. There, it's come back up now, but it's in a pretty bad position. If it can get this, its only hope at this point is to get this gun working again, but I don't think that's going to happen. Nope. It is too damaged and about to despawn. And there it goes. So that is it, folks. The Lucky Shot by Drawaway is victorious and has guaranteed itself a position in the Hall of Champions. I am actually, even though it's not technically retiring right now, I am going to go ahead and do a cut here and do its retirement look now. Just in the interest of saving time in the future and making sure that it actually gets one. You know? So, yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, everyone. Here we are. This is the CSB2B Lucky Shot by Drawaway, which, while not technically retiring yet, as I mentioned before, it will still remain part of the regular rotation. I am doing its retirement video now, so I'm doing it in a battle video, rather than possibly having to do a completely separate video that won't get looked at as much, and thus it won't get voted on as much, and yeah, that wouldn't really be fair. So I'm going to go ahead and do it now that it's guaranteed to be in the Hall of Champions. It makes no difference that I'm doing it now instead of when it actually retires. Because as soon as every vehicle is at the point where it's ready to retire, like the tournament's over anyway, so yeah. First off, this is a nice looking ship. It's a nice looking ship. I like it. It's got that sawtooth hull shape going that I like. It's got this multi-tiered thing. Not sure what these holes are for. I guess they're just portholes. Oh, you can actually walk around inside it too, somewhat. Can you actually get in here though? Ah, yes, you can. Cool. So it's partially walkable at least. That's awesome. I like that. Got these guns on it, which I like the shape of them, but they really need to do something about the heavy armor texture because it just looks so bad. It looks horrendous, honestly. I mean, that's no fault of the Lucky Shot. It's not Drawaway's fault. It's just that texture just does not look appealing. It's ugly. Anyway, got some crow's nests up here. I'm not entirely sure how the heck you would get up into them, but they exist and they're pretty cool looking. Got smokestacks with actual engine exhaust coming out of them, it looks like. Yep. So that's cool. It's a very nice looking ship overall. Oh, it's also got these lifeboats. Are these... Is that supposed to be like a crane thing? I'm not entirely sure. But, I think those are lifeboats. They might be little, like, what are they, PT boats? Is that what there's... I'm not sure, but they look cool. It's a nice little detail, regardless whether it's a lifeboat or a, you know, a deployable combat vessel. Either way, it's nice looking. Got the anchors here. It's pretty cool. Overall, a nice looking ship that you can actually walk around in, which... I know there are a couple other vessels who have had a similar thing and that I missed, but I found it on this one. But anyway, let's go ahead and get in the captain's seat here and get this baby moving at the rather sluggish pace that it moves at. Alright, yeah, that's 11 meters per second. It's not very fast. It's pretty slow for this tournament anyway. That's quite slow. And I don't imagine it's going to have a very good turn rate either. No, that is really sluggish. So speed and maneuverability, not very good. Not very good at all. But it looks great. Yeah, it takes forever for this thing to turn. Holy crap. We're only halfway through the turn. Anyway. Go ahead and bring her to a stop. Whoop, that's not what I wanted to... There we go. Alright, so... let's check out the armor here. Got metal, stone, heavy armor backed. Okay. So metal backed by 3 layers of stone, or 2 layers of stone, and then heavy armor. Square corners backing that. So I'd classify this probably as medium armor. It's not likely to stop like a penetration depth shell. I mean, those are really hard to stop, so it's not really going to stop those very well. Though it did seem to do that to the Kifaru shells, and those things have like 10,000 kinetic damage and over 80 AP. So I think they would go through this, but they didn't seem to be actually doing that. Maybe they were just penetrating in and then detonating on the inside and not causing much external damage, and that's why it looked like they were being so ineffective. But whatever the case, this is not a bad armor scheme. This will definitely hold up under fire pretty decently. And then the turrets have more heavy armor coating them, protect them from high explosive. Yep, all around the top here, this is all heavy armor. Even though it looks like it's empty space here, it's because I have the P menu block shrink thing. See if I do that, see there. And then, so this is all heavy armor, then the neck has heavy armors around it. So it makes these turrets pretty durable. They're going to be pretty resistant to high explosive damage. Until one lands like on top here or anywhere on the side or something and manages to just core in through the firing the barrels and just knock it out. Yeah, these turrets are dang well armored. I'll give it that. These are well armored. The hull is medium. I would say these turrets, as far as turret armor goes, is pretty heavy. Like, that's going to be some effective armor. Now, I believe the 4 guns with 2 barrels each are all the same. 16-second 2-meter shells. Let's check these ones. 16, yeah. Yep, they're more or less the same. So let's go ahead and save this sub-object. Come out here. Load up the weapon test platform. Throw that turret in. Oops. Not what I meant to do. Teleport over here. Alright, this is a pretty hefty turret. Pretty sizable turret for only 2 guns. That's a pretty big gun there. So let's go ahead and clear out the barrel. Why is it not rotating? Did I screw up something? Did I put the... Oh, I couldn't have spawned it in the floor. I don't know why it's not rotating. Whatever, I can control the barrels. Good enough. Go ahead and clear out the barrels. And we'll see what these dual barrel guns can do. Let's see what their numbers are once they reload. There we go. Oh, and it has a fuse that doesn't allow me to look at them. Of course. So we're gonna have to do a little manual snooping here. Wow, that's a lot of kinetic. 13,000 kinetic and like 120 AP, it looked like. What was the explosive value? Okay, more like 112 AP. And I missed the explosive value again. It's pretty high. So these are some heavy hitting guns. Almost 14,000 explosive damage. Yeah, these are some nasty, nasty guns. They pack a huge punch. Let's go ahead and see what they will do to my little armor mock-up thing here. I imagine they may go through like both layers of heavy armor. Nope, only took out one, but those, dang it, stop that. But the heavy armor beams behind it that survived are very low on health, very dark. It would not take much more to destroy those. So that is definitely some deep punching armor, or deep punching armor. Deep punching gun. Those are some deep punching guns. Do a lot of damage. I'm gonna fire a second shot. Still don't know why it's not rotating, but whatever. Like, there's nothing on the deck that would keep it from rotating, but from the depths is weird sometimes. I think the second shot will probably end up destroying. Well, see, this one got repaired, and that's why I didn't destroy it. But this one back here, it actually... Wait, that's the one it damaged before. So it actually went through both of them this time. Probably because some of this stuff up here was damaged. That is slightly more health. Or slightly more damage to get in there. So, yeah, that's... Being able to punch through a stacked metal beam like that, and then through 2 meters of heavy armor, is pretty impressive. You know, just to see, I want to see something. I want to do a quick little experiment, because I think it'll be interesting. Stone beam. I'm going to go like this, and just fill this up with stone, and then take a shot at it. Yeah, I mean, I missed, but that was intentional. I wanted to clear out the barrels to get the actual combat damage. I want to see what it can do against something like this. Ah, yes, that significantly reduced the damage as expected. But this, I mean, look at the hole it blew in this armor. This is not weak armor, and it blew a big chunk out of it. I mean, the back layer of stone and the heavy armor held just fine, but this is significant damage considering how heavy that armor was. I'm impressed by this gun. How much does it cost? I didn't look at that earlier. 22,000, so 11,000 a gun. That's pretty. For how much punch these things have, that's a pretty efficient and effective gun. I'm not surprised that this vessel has made it into the Hall of Champions. So yeah, if you think this is a really nice ship and deserves recognition for it, go ahead and upvote the comment down below saying to induct the Lucky Shot into the Hall of Beauty. If you disagree and think it doesn't deserve it, upvote the comment that says do not induct. Yeah, thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you on the battlefield.